Hey everybody, welcome to the Sparkith YouTube channel. It's Maria, and for today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how I paint clouds using acrylic paints. So the materials I used for this piece were a paint palette, a water jar and paint rag, some paint brushes, a big one, a small fluffy one, and a thin one, an 8x10" oval canvas, golden acrylic paint in Phthalo Blue, cadmium yellow medium hue, and then PBO acrylic paint in cadmium orange, then in turquoise blue, and lastly, Utrecht acrylic paint in titanium white. So the first step that I'm going to be doing is the background color. And what I like to do is I start off with kind of using just phthalo blue mixed with a little bit of white, and I start with that at the top, and I just do these kind of back and forth kind of long strokes, and then gradually I start making this blue lighter towards the bottom, and I keep that same kind of stroke motion as I go while the paint is still wet. That way it creates kind of this soft gradient. Then next I'm going to be sketching out my clouds in this kind of watered down light blue, almost kind of a white color, and I'm just kind of sketching some clouds, kind of shaping them right now, and I just kind of did this off the top of my head. And right now I'm taking some of that same color of that light kind of bluish white, and I'm just kind of filling in my clouds just a little bit, just to kind of shape them and kind of start to see how these clouds are going to be looking. Then right now I'm just kind of filling them in a little bit more, just so I can figure out where I'm going to be putting the shadows now. And at this moment I just mix some phthalo blue, and I'm placing the paint where the shadows would be in the clouds. Then right now, this is optional, I kind of wanted to add some grays to my clouds as well, because I wanted to give the impression that you're kind of like inside of the cloud, almost kind of like you're inside of like a wave of a cloud, and then I'm gonna have like the sunlight poking through. But anyways, all I'm doing right now is just adding some shadows and mixing a little bit of the highlights on the clouds. But again, when you're mixing paint, you want to make sure that the paint is still a little bit wet, and you want to take, like right now I'm using my for the majority of the clouds I used my small kind of fluffy brush to help me blend and create those puffy clouds. And right now all I'm doing is I mixed a light kind of bluish color, and I'm just outlining these clouds to kind of give them that more realistic look. And it's just very, very light. Like I almost kind of watered down this a little bit, but all I'm doing is kind of just outlining those clouds again to give them a more lifelike look. And at this point I wanted to kind of simulate a kind of clouds that kind of look like this, with the sun kind of shining, poking through this kind of little crevice in the clouds. And I wanted to simulate that, so I'm using kind of like I'm using an cadmium orange, and I'm just using that to place on the clouds towards the center where the sun would be hitting the tops of these clouds. And I'm also taking some yellow and I'm placing it a little bit below that orange that I just placed down. And then I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna kind of blend out that yellow and smooth it out some more. And I wanted these clouds to look almost kind of golden in a way as well too, so remember that clouds don't look exactly the same, so this is the kind of style that I wanted my clouds to look. And right now I'm just adding the finishing touches. I'm adding some just pure white on the parts of the clouds that would see the sun first, so towards the center, kind of coming down a little bit at the top. I'm just adding some straight white. And now for that sun poking through look, I'm just adding some pure white to that right in the center. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow and kind of blend it out. And right here I put some watered down kind of a light yellow and I blended it out into the sky using my big brush. And then right here I wanted to simulate like sun rays poking through the clouds. So all I'm doing is taking my brush that is a little bit dry with a little bit of watered down light yellow paint with just some white and yellow mixed together, and I kind of stroked down and diagonally with that paint to create those sun rays. So yes, here is the finished result. And remember, there are many different types of clouds. Just use a reference photo, or you could go outside and take a photo of the clouds and just kind of simulate that if you want, or use it as a reference and just have fun with it. Clouds are really a fun thing to paint and good practice as well. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out www.sparkith.com for full online art courses where kids and teens can learn from home. And also check out the Sparkith community page for fun artsy content and monthly art contests. Bye!